In an exciting and mysterious incident, news broke worldwide about the escape of Mohamed Amra, a well-known figure in media and community circles. The escape was sudden and was accompanied by many questions that still puzzle everyone to this moment. What happened? And why? Was he an escape due to external threats? Or was there a big conspiracy behind this collapse? All these questions became the focus of the media the last moments before the escape. In the few days before Mohamed's disappearance, he seemed unusually confused. Even his friends and those close to him felt a radical change in his behavior. He seemed tense, surrounded by people that not everyone knew, and he was spending less time on social media, which he was always active on. Rumors began to appear about threats he had received, but no one was able to determine the source or nature of these threats. Mohamed was talking in private conversations about his fear of something, but he did not give clear details. On Saturday evening, after sunset, Mohamed suddenly disappeared. That moment was a shock to everyone. No one expected that this person, who they used to see everywhere, would disappear like that overnight. Initial investigations after Mohamed disappeared, local authorities began investigating immediately. Surveillance cameras recorded the last moment he was seen leaving his home in a black, tinted car. Although the car had stopped for several minutes in front of Mohamed's house, the details of what happened inside the car are still unknown. Was Mohamed escaping from something that threatened him? Or was he hiding from certain people? All these questions were running through people's minds, but no physical evidence was available for these hypotheses. Police sources indicated that the escape was carefully planned, as all procedures related to the escape were highly organized. Security precautions were taken, and the plan seemed solid. Investigators also confirmed that they had found information indicating that Mohamed had received threats via the internet in the days before his disappearance, but they were unable to identify the sender. Testimonies of those close to him. The media met with close friends of Mohamed, who expressed their deep concern about his recent behavior. He seemed very nervous in the past few days. He didn't talk much about his future plans and refused to answer questions about his whereabouts, said one of his friends. He seemed to be hiding from something and was always hinting that he wasn't safe. But we didn't know what threat he was talking about, added another. In another interview, a person close to Mohamed said, he was a very strong person and wouldn't run away easily. If he disappeared, there must have been a strong reason behind it. We are anxiously waiting for him to be found and to know what prompted him to take this step. Was the escape planned? Doubts have begun to mount about whether the escape was simply a matter of threats or if it was part of a larger conspiracy. Some have asserted that certain forces may have been behind Mohamed's disappearance, while others believe that he was the victim of a complex game that he had to escape from. Some media sources have confirmed that Mohamed was collaborating with some people whose intentions were not clear, and that these people may have pushed him to make this decision. Despite the ambiguity of the situation, some evidence began to indicate that Mohamed may have been involved in illegal cases, which put him in a dangerous situation. International investigations. As news of Mohamed's disappearance escalated, some international agencies intervened in the investigations. Reports from around the world began to indicate that the incident may have international dimensions, especially after the discovery of mysterious communications from some individuals who had been in contact with him recently. These communications indicated that Mohamed had become a target for an international group and that he knew very sensitive information that could put him at risk. At the same time, some governments sent teams of investigators to track down Mohamed in the major cities he is believed to have passed through. But despite the tremendous efforts, Mohamed's absence remains a puzzling mystery that remains unanswered. Will Mohamed return? As investigations continue, the biggest question remains, will Mohamed return to the spotlight again? Or was the escape the beginning of a new chapter in his life, the consequences of which may be unknown? Some reports suggest that Mohamed may have chosen to live in a place far from the spotlight, but others believe that his disappearance may be just the beginning of a series of major events that will soon be revealed. Everyone is now waiting for any new developments in this case that is becoming more mysterious as time goes by. Conclusion. Ultimately, the case of Mohamed Amra's escape remains one of the most mysterious stories in recent years. Despite the efforts made by the authorities and many unanswered questions, there is still hope that the truth will be revealed soon. At the moment, this disappearance remains one of the biggest mysteries that occupy public opinion, and the most important question remains, where is Mohamed Amra?